everybody. This is my last example over calculating the volume of prisms. My favorite example. So we have one of Gabe's Easter candy packages is shown in the diagram below or out to the side. How much candy could the container hold if it were completely full? So here's Gabe's Easter candy container. M&M's, our family favorite. So we're going to calculate how much M&M's could be in there. So first of all, we have to identify it's a prism because it has two triangular bases connected by rectangles. So it's a triangular prism. Triangular prism. And our volume for a prism is area of the base times height. Okay, so we need to find our base. So our base is our triangle. I'm going to go ahead and shade that in. Base right there. Could be that triangle too, but I know more information about the triangle down here. Even though they're the same, it's labeled. And then the height is the distances between my triangles because that's how many triangles were stacked up on top of each other. So triangle, I need to find the area, which is 1/2 base times height, or base times height divided by 2 if you prefer. So if I start down that route, my base is 19, so 1/2 of 19 times, the common mistake is to use 18. You cannot use 18 as the height because 18 is not perpendicular to 19. Remember, your base and your height have to form 90-degree angles with each other. They have to form 90-degree angles with each other. So we have to find the height of the triangle, not of the prism. We have to find the height of the triangle. So down here, I'm going to try to find the height of the triangle. So if I look, I've got a right triangle, and these two triangles are congruent, which is nice. So since I have a right triangle, this is 1/2 of 19, which is 9.5. And then the hypotenuse is 18. So I can do Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So 9.5 squared plus b squared equals 18 squared. I'm going to go ahead and put that in my calculator. 9.5 squared gives me 90.25 plus b squared equals 18 squared gives me 324. I'm going to go ahead and subtract 90.25 from both sides. So b squared, don't forget to b squared, is 233.75. To get rid of the squared, you want to take the square root on both sides. And after you take the square root on both sides, b is 15.3 centimeters. So our height right here, this distance, is 15.3. So now I can go ahead and plug in my height, 1/2 times 19 times 15.3. So the area of my triangle, type that into my handy dandy calculator, is 145.35 centimeters squared. And now I can calculate the volume. So my volume is the area of the base, so my area of the triangle, so 145.35 times the height of the prism, not the height of the triangle. So it's like how many of these triangles were stacked on top of each other. So the height of the prism is 22. So times 22. And that gives me 3,197.7 centimeters cubed, cubic centimeters. I know this problem, like whenever people see it, they're overwhelmed and they're like, I don't know what to do. So I'm going to kind of go back and label our steps. It's nothing that you can't do. You guys are great mathematicians. You guys can do this. So step 1 is we identified that it was a prism. It had a triangular base. Step 2, we started to find the area of the triangle. Notice we didn't have the height. Then the tedious part was doing Pythagorean theorem to find the height, which nobody wants to do it, but you all can do it. You're capable. So find the height. After we found the height of the triangle, we were able to complete the area of the base. And then the last step, the easiest step, is we were able to input area of the base times the height to calculate the volume. Be careful, make sure that you do, whenever you see this height, it's different than this height. This height is the height of the triangle, so right here. This height is the height of the prism, which is the distance between your bases. Send me any questions that you have. Even though this is long and tedious, you can completely do this. Have a great day. Try the homework. If you have any questions, email me, contact me, and have a great day.